Welcome back, everyone. Well, today it's going to be a very wild ride, as you're about to see. Now, before I start, I'd like to show you some new things that I have on this Orthrus. Now, at the moment, as it currently stands, I'm quite satisfied with how it performs. I might change some rigs down the road, but so far everything is working just as planned. 709.61 DPS. Now, I'm currently using B-type medium missile launchers. Slowly but surely getting towards X-type modules. I will hopefully try out the A-types and then the X-types, but so far the B-types are a decent little upgrade on the weapons. They eat a little bit more power grid, but in exchange they do a little bit more damage. Now the rest of the modules is quite familiar. Soon I'll be equipping a Predator Warp Scrambler. I did get one recently. And the rest of the modules is the same. I'm using a B-type medium micro warp drive, which is also pretty good. Offers a little bit extra speed boost compared to the C-type. Overall, it does increase the velocity to a decent amount. The rigs on the ship, I think I did change them, but currently they are working just fine. And of course, down the road, I might change that. Alright, well, let the games begin. Oh shit, that's a nightmare. And that's a rattlesnake. And they are together. Looks like we hit jackpot, or should I say jackpot literally came at our doorstep. Nightmare now taking damage. I'm going towards my lethal range. Have 2 points. First we'll point the Nightmare, and after that I'll spread points, one to the Rattlesnake, just in case. Don't want any of these very nice battleships to run away. We should have enough points on all of these ships. Nightmare is now in armor. Yeah, that Nightmare is now going down. Nightmare trying to move, but it's not working according to plan. They are now in low armor. They are now in hull. Nightmare going down. First Nightmare that our corp encountered. Nightmare in 50%, under 50% hull. Nice. Alright, that's one faction battleship down. The first Nightmare kill of our corporation. Secondary target, or now the primary target. Rattlesnake. Rattlesnake is focusing down on our Daredevil, but they're using large drones, and those are definitely rapid missile launchers. Our Daredevil can take those hits without a problem. A pretty good pilot. Rattlesnake is falling down. 50% shield. Oh, there are some blink drones out there. Republic fleet large drones. Oh man, those are some fat and expensive ships there. Rattlesnake losing shield. Once the shield drops, then it should be one very easy kill. Still focusing on our Daredevil. Our flagship has landed. Now watch the armor of that battleship just disappear once the large lasers start to do damage. There we go. Now the Rattlesnake lost almost all of its armor. Rattlesnake in hull. going rapidly down. I did manage to put one more missile into that battleship, and both faction battleships have been destroyed. Oh man, those were some pretty fat kills there. Now I'll get the chance to check out the wrecks to show you the loot that they've dropped, and of course you probably already seen the kill mails on display here. Our first nightmare kill. We've been joking for a very long time now that someone will throw one of these ships through this system, and after 1 year of that joke running around, it actually happened. Let me just drop some unnecessary fuel. A lot of unnecessary fuel. I have a lot of fuel because I usually am the one who is resupplying our interdictors on the gate. Well then, I'll just go deposit that loot before I lose this ship, and then we can proceed towards the next target. Haven't had such a good day for PvP, to be honest. Haven't had two of these fat ships served like that. Next target, we have a Naga 2 that's currently kind of busy collecting loot. I'll use that for my advantage and I'll sneak in. Alright, they have been pointed. 2 points are going to be enough to hold this ship. Naga is using large turrets, I believe. It's a assault battlecruiser after all. So they should not have enough tracking to hit me moving this fast at this range. While my missiles should do a good job at its shields, as you can see that's the case. Shields are going down very quickly. Although I'll admit, this battlecruiser definitely has some resistances, but large missiles are still... not large missiles, these medium missiles are still doing some very good damage on them. That's a medium shield booster, not a large shield booster. A large shield booster would definitely repair more shield. Naga is now in armor. Should go down a lot faster now. Still thinking about those two battleships, to be honest. I don't know if we ever had such a opportunity to shoot down two of these ships. The Nightmare is known to be one of the tankiest ships in the game, while the Rattlesnake is one of the best PvE ships that you can buy. So I'm still kind of very surprised at these two lovely battleships. Oh man, those were some very nice kills. Back to this Naga. Naga now in hull. Still hasn't landed a single hit on my ship, so that's good. Staying outside of the range helps. 1 or 2 more hits. Okay, well, 2 more hits. Alright, nice. A battlecruiser has been destroyed. Let's take a look at the... well, let's not shoot the wreck, let's shoot the pod, not the wreck. Good that I have disabled the missile before the cycle could complete. And I got some C-types, I got some wrecks, some other modules. Okay, not bad. I can definitely use that in one or another way. Well, that was a sweet kill. Let's move towards the next target. So far, it's been a pretty good day. Overall, a very successful day. The next target, we have an Ashimu. Now, this pilot did appear a couple months ago, also using a Ashimu. So I guess they came back for revenge. But back then, I believe I also used the Orthrus. I kind of forgot. Or was it Or was it the Ashimu? I kinda forgot, it was some while ago. Back then I did not have good skills. Now my skills have gotten a little bit better and I should be more effective. Now the Ashimu is the mortal enemy of the Orthrus, so the idea with the Orthrus is to be able to outlast the Ashimu's capacitor at 40 kilometers, and then the Ashimu becomes pretty much a easy kill. Doesn't matter if it's using a shield tank or a armor tank. The idea and the goal here is to stay out of the webs, stay out of the Nosferatu, and to basically deplete the Ashimu's shield, which I believe happened here. Now my friend here had to bail, and the Ashimu also had to warp out. Both of them did run out of capacitor at that moment. Now the Ashimu has returned, and I'm going to engage, going to maintain my orbit and distance. And they're using pulse lasers, so I'm very safe at 40 kilometers. Pulse lasers have an optimal range of, I believe, 16 or 18 kilometers. If you use the nanocore, the new one that was released a month ago, then you can get that range up to 25 kilometers with pulse lasers. Beam lasers can reach up to 35, so beam laser Ashimu theoretically can hit you at this distance, which is something that I did plan to do, but I ended up saving up all of my Concord points for, well, for the future. Don't know what kind of nanocores we will get. Alright, well, have been playing with the Ashimu here for a while. Still pointed, they are still shooting at me, although I'm not taking any damage. They're using one Nosferatu, so I guess they have 1 point, 1 web, and 1 scanner. So even if I get webbed, I'm still going to be way faster, but cannot risk with that large Nosferatu on that ship because it has the overload penalty that basically can kill my capacitor in no time. Now, did have some. The pilot did try to exit my point range, kinda did succeed at doing so, but I'm just too fast, so I can just get back in the point range and keep on the points. You will see me lose points a couple times. Now the idea here is to make the Ashimu follow me and land right in the guns of that paladin, or if you like to use this game's names, then to get close to the Apocalypse Striker. And it seems like my idea is kind of working. That Ashimu seems to be going after me, which will bring it within the range of the paladin, which has terrifying DPS. Okay, let's try the trick again. We'll go at 100, make them follow me a little bit more. So far a brave pilot, because they are not warping away. After a couple tries, the ship did eventually fall in the range of the paladin, and well, you can see the devastating damage that battleship is doing on that cruiser. It lost its super tanky shields very quickly, and now they are, well, the armor just disappeared, and one more hit was enough to shoot down the ship in whole. That was a good fight, a good chase. Again, that was a very brave pilot, and it was a nice second attempt at shooting us down. The loot was okay. We did get some Blood Raider debris, and of course, in old pirate fashion, we did get one Blood Raider debris each, so that was a pretty good 50-50 there. Right, next target. That's a Typhoon, alright. Haven't seen much of that ship lately, although I've seen a lot of Typhoon 2s to be more precise, but the tier 9 version, not that much. It's a pretty good ship though, and I might buy one very soon to be a cheap replacement for the Barghest. Typhoon is webbed by the Daredevil, and they are now losing shields. They lost shields, now in armor. They should be still far away from the gate. They are trying to burn back to the gate. Oh, we have a prototype warping. Haven't seen that ship in a very long time. Brings back some good old memories. One of my first ever PvP oriented videos that I did a year ago was close to this system, and we did jump that one more Guardian, tier 7. And we also did fight some of these prototypes. Back then those ships were top tier. Oh man, good old days. Still is fun, but it feels kind of nostalgic. Back then it was so different, so much different. Okay, Typhoon is in low hull. Did not shoot it down with that hit, so the Daredevil will get the kill there, I believe. Yeah, the Daredevil did get a kill. Very nice. One more battleship has been shut down today. That's the third battleship. 2 faction ones and 1 normal battleship. Well, those 2 faction ones were just... I don't know, man. I still don't have words to describe how lucky that was to happen. Alright, well, speaking about faction battleships, we have another one here, a Rattlesnake. Alright, well, okay. The Rattlesnake pointed close to the gate, unfortunately, so they can jump at any given moment. Seems like they are not shooting back. That was the wise decision here. Yeah, they are hugging the gate. Alright. They're taking some hits there. That's a pretty tanky Rattlesnake. 50% shields, and they jumped through the gate. Well,
autopilot,
you know what's still a decent attempt. You never know. Could have been a second Rattlesnake for the day.
Warp
But
drive active.
it still was a very nice little fight there. Okay, warped away to the safe spot for some weird reason, not quite sure why I did that. Must have accidentally clicked on the warp button. And now let's return back to the gate, and well, I sure hope that Rattlesnake comes for a second round of good old PvP. Seems like I'm setting the 0 kilometer orbit. Alright, well, let's see if they come back. Would be funny if they do. Alright, next kill. Drake. Well, not next kill. Kinda spoiled what would happen here. Well, in any case, next target. Drake. Orbiting at 33 kilometers. Drakes are pretty good ships. I think I already said that like 1,000 times. And fighting these ships can be difficult, especially if they have a very tanky fit. The one that I fought in the last part was pretty tanky. Did take a lot of hits to shoot down. But this one is going down very quickly. Already in armor. Now this one will be in hull. One more cycle and they should go down. If I get to shoot first, which I do, so I get a kill. Okay, we'll now shoot down the pod and then back to the gate, as the rules say. And now we can go towards the next target. Tornado. Okay, that's the tier 8 tornado. A very good ship. I kinda miss mine. Did use the ship only for sniping because of its ridiculous alpha damage. The Tornado 2 is also pretty good. Tornado 3 currently kind of out of my budget, a little bit too expensive. But eventually I'd like to buy all 3 of these ships again and of course use them, because I had some fun with these things. Like, man, when I joined the corp, I did fly the Tornado mainly because it was cheaper than my Cinnabal at the time. But now, oh man, times did change. I went from like a 300 million Tornado to a 15 billion Orthrus in like a couple months. Of course, did fly the Cinnabal and other ships, but this ship, price-wise, just takes the cake. Not gonna talk about the space pan. That thing is just no. That is just. I still did not see how much insurance points it would cost after the patch. I don't think that I'll look at that number like ever, because yeah, don't wanna shock myself with like 100,000 insurance points for that ship or something like that. I don't know. Well, next target we have a prophecy, another drone boat. Tackled. Okay. Maintaining my range. The prophecy has launched those angry drones at me. Look at those angry drones. They're gonna chase me, don't they? Yeah, there we go. Angry drones chasing the Orthrus. Excellent. It will be time to use the shield booster and the capacitor battery, so that my main capacitor doesn't take any hits. I need my main capacitor to sustain the micro updrive and the speed. My shield slowly going down, but that's to be expected. Should last long enough to shoot down that prophecy. Hopefully those angry drones will be inside of that wreck. I need drones. Alright, nice. Now you might be wondering, what's the most useless thing on this ship? Well, the most useless item and the most useless module on the Orthrus is definitely the drone. That one drone is basically, I don't know, it never seen any action since I've bought it. I just use it to take up that one place. And yeah, that drone is practically just there for show. It's not useless. It's not useful at like 40 kilometers. Not enough. Drone control range is just like 32 kilometers at the moment. Kinda silly, because that's one faction drone there that costs 100 million ISK. Right, well, next drone boat on the menu, another prophecy. Looks like we have a roasted prophecy on the table. I'm getting hungry now, so I guess I'll just have to go buy something to eat after I finish recording this. Now this one, brave tackle from my friend there. They're using a Cormorant interdictor, the tier 9 one. They did hold out. They are holding out as long as they can. Hopefully they don't go down. Oh, well, famous last words. If only I was a little bit faster. But yeah, I'm kinda to be blamed for that Cormorant loss there. But the prophecy is now in hull. Did buy me enough time to work my way through the armor of that prophecy. Couple more hits will do the job. Angry swarm of drones shooting me again. Time to boost the shield. Capacitor battery active. One more hit should make the prophecy roasted. or toasted. Both are fine. Nice. Okay. Let's burn to the wreck. Let's loot. We'll definitely give the loot to the fallen friend there. Although there is not much inside of that wreck anyway. But still, I'll find my way to repay. I'll definitely do that. Well then, let me just pick up his loot. If anything actually dropped, I don't know. Alright, I have something on the scanner here. We have a raven. Alright, let the games begin. Another raven on the menu here. Let me just do this again and find a good spot. Alright, excellent.
Warp drive
Well
active.
then, that should be a perfect warp-in, because the raven did warp from the gate and I'm warping from the gate too, so should be lucky. That's a long warp. Did not expect the warp to be this long. That's what she said. And that's what I call a perfect warp-in. A little bit too close for my taste, but before I get scrambled I'll already be at like 40 kilometers. So let's play with that raven a little bit. Alright, they have been pointed. Maintaining a 37 kilometer orbit should get the job done without a problem. Looks like it's gonna be a tanky raven. That's what I've been looking for. Going to change my orbit to 40 kilometers or 41. 42 according to the game, although I set 40, but my orbit just never works precisely, for very odd reasons too. Raven is using, well, those are not rapids, or are those rapids, or are those the normal large missiles? Not quite sure. Yeah, I think those are rapid missiles. Okay. Long range Raven with rapid missiles. Now this is gonna be an interesting one. Okay, I'm repairing my shield a little bit. Capacitor battery up and running. Can tank the damage for quite some time. I'm cap stable. Can waste my capacitor how much I want. The Raven is falling down slowly. Seems like I'm going through the tank. Have to be careful. If the Raven calls for help, then I have to warp out. Now here's something funny that happened at the time when I recorded this. So Reaper is actually my friend. We did have a fleet a couple times and we did have some fun in this system. So I did not see who was in the system here. I just looked at local, did not see the name, did not see anything. I just saw that there is one neutral there, and I immediately assumed that the Raven called for help. Because, well, I guess things like that happen in the heat of the battle. And I admit, I did not pay good attention here. So this is gonna be one funny little ending to this PvP roam for today. Now, so far I'm beating the tank of the Raven. They're all already almost in armor. And I'm looking at local, watching local, and I see the numbers staying there. So yeah, I saw something jump in. That's Reaper with his famous Daredevil. And I immediately warped out. By the time I realized what I did, well, the Raven did unfortunately warp away on armor. One very lucky Raven And well, my bad for not looking better at what was going on there on the field. So still, it was a good fight, and it proves that this ship indeed can literally kite anything in the game so far. Of course, drone boats are a little bit more difficult, but still going through those ships as well. Well then, that was a very interesting little and kind of a funny ending there. I did mess up there big time because I just did not look at the overview, did not... For some reason, the game decided to reset my standings too. I remember setting him blue, but well, I guess the new patch did reset some things for me, so yeah. But in any case, hope that you enjoyed. It was a very lovely little run. Good fight to all pilots, good fight to all friendlies or enemies, doesn't matter. The most important thing here is to have fun. And with that being said, stay safe, fly safe, and I'll see you next time.